Right, Gaff, I've got some supporters' questions that I'm going to mix in with my questions.
Yep.
First one I think is possibly the toughest of the lot, so if you want a bit of time to think about it. Red sauce or brown sauce on a pork pie?
Got me brown sauce.
That's from The Undertaker.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But on to the serious stuff. So here we are, 9th of January. It's sort of midpoint of the season, particularly for home games, for league games that we played. I wonder if you just give us your thoughts on the season so far.
Yeah, really pleased. I mean, we, everybody knows when we came in here, it was taking over a team that was struggling at the bottom of the league. 1 point from the first 7 games. So our immediate task was to try and get out of the bottom 2, which we managed to do very quickly. We managed to recruit really well. Obviously got Margets and Tom Clare in. Known us straight away for the first game against Wisbech. And obviously with Hayes up front, they gave us some real firepower. Them 3 clicked straight away. Then we managed to add Tom Davies and Hollingsworth and stuff like that. So did I think we'd be where we are now? No, I'll be honest with you. To go on the run that we have done at the moment has given us a right opportunity to kick on. I think we've had 16 league games since I've been here. We've won 10, drawn 2, lost 4. So I never thought we'd probably get that kind of them outcomes and the points tallies we've got. So credit to everybody involved, player-wise, and a special mention really to the 4 that are here, that I inherited. Hazel, Curry, Todd Jordan and Tom Jackson in goal, because they've been here from the start and been here a while. So they've been really, really good, really supportive, bought into it straight away, and that helped us really get on our way. And then we've added, in my eyes, real quality to the squad. Scoring a lot of goals, keeping clean sheets up until Saturday, and to be in with a shout of the top 5 turn of the year has been really, really pleasing. Yeah,
and it's good as well that the Wesley's become a bit of a fortress as well. Like I said, we'll take Saturday out of that equation, but I love it when when that teams are like not wanting to come up here. That's like a gold start, isn't it?
It is, and I think in our first interview that we did, that was one of my main aims really, is to make sure this was the whole place that it's renowned to be.
Yeah.
Not great pitch wise. Used to turn up and have to come out of the cage. I had all sorts of abuse fighting me when I played here over the years, and
sorry about that, mate.
No, it's fine. But that was important. It was obviously became a place where it was easy to play. We were getting turned over on a regular basis, and now we've tried to we've stopped that. We've tried to stop it. Obviously Saturday was disappointing because Belford did a proper job on us. And credit to them. But to see the crowds improve week on week at home. I think it was 280 there Saturday.
Yeah.
But I said to Damo and to Kyle, when Tyler went down the wing before he crossed the ball, you could hear the roar. Like, go on, we could really feel that urge from the crowd, and that's really the first time I felt like everybody was right behind us.
Yeah.
Not right behind us in terms of nobody has been, but in terms of nearly the whole game, just right behind us, willing us on, and I want us to keep that going.
Yeah, there's a good noise as well, weren't it? Over our side especially, it's quite rowdy over there. It's good.
Really good.
Yeah. You've kind of touched on sort of player ins and outs already, and as always happens at this level, and it'll continue to happen. Players come, players go, and it's disappointing for us to lose the likes of like Sam Liversidge from the original squad, and then Brad McGowan and Scotty. But you've done great business to bring in replacements such as Nathan, Liam King, and early on in your reign, Brad Wells, and you all know our media team in particular feel about Brad, and I think the fans in general really love him, and that's brings us on to another question that's been submitted, and it says the team is performing and playing well at the moment, which it is, and we're in a great position to push on. Are you concerned about the strength of the squad if we get injuries and suspensions? Are you looking to bring in 2 or 3 more to the squad, or is it all down to budget restrictions?
Yeah, I think every manager will tell you want to try and bring, you'd love to have like for like in the squad and like for like on the bench, but you have a budget to work to, and I decided that I'd try and invest it in the 11 and give the under 21s an opportunity to fill the bench. and to be honest, the likes of Sherbs, obviously Caves wasn't in the 21s, but young lads like Caves, obviously would give Ellis a chance. Obviously Lewis Byron, the goalkeeper, has been on the bench near enough every week. He's learned a lot from obviously as we've got better and progressed. So yeah, I think that's worked so far. You're always worried about injuries, suspensions, because like I said, the lads that let us down yet that have come off the bench. Like I said, Sherbs has been a revelation. Sam Cable's gone away, gone on loan, done exactly what Bastard did, come back, different player, come into a better team. So yeah, it's always going to be a worry, and you always want to strengthen. But again, budget restraints, we haven't got, by the signs we've made, everyone automatically thinks we've got loads of money. That is not the case. I'm looking to have a conversation with Ryan or the chairman to say, look, that ain't the case. We've managed to pull a few favours in really from managing these players before. They've turned down bigger money elsewhere. I'm lucky to work with a lot of these players, and they must have liked what they've worked with before. So yeah, it's the form's great. While it's great, it's easy to manage. But again, those hopefully we don't get injuries. We need to be lucky with that, because if we do get a couple, then it'll affect the dynamic of the team.
Yeah, and it's a constant balancing act, isn't it, between, like I say, the budget requirements, in that you've got your first team players and you have to kind of supplement that with under 21s. But also, if you did get some players in and they can't get in, if we're winning week in, week out, they're just going to sit on the bench, so they can't necessarily just walk into first team. You can't get real quality players in and expect them to sit on the bench every week, can you?
Well,
that's a balancing predicament that you've got.
Absolutely, and that's come from an experience of managing them up and down the levels. We had a very similar. The last 2 years I've managed at this level, I've had back-to-back playoff campaigns. So the experience I've gained from that at Lincoln United and at Spalding was we had small, tight squads, and we had young lads on the bench. You can't afford to have. Likes of Brandon Wells, Johnny Margets, Hazels, your Liam Kings, your Hotties, along with the other ones we inherited, Hollinsworths, the Davies, all the players we've inherited, have all come for less money than they would get elsewhere. But by having that small, tight-knit squad that come into football and more than not gonna play a week, probably gives them that little bit of an edge to come here and play. Then go elsewhere and have that risk of a dip in form, someone waiting. And it can have a flip side of it, because
of course you can,
if you have a dip in form, more than likely you might play every week, or you might have to bring one out. But the other side of it is, if they do have that dip in form, sometimes you want them to have that bit on the bench to make them on the toes. But at this level of football, from my experience, is that if you get a tight-knit dressing room, that's more important than having 16 to 18 players that are fighting for shirts. If you haven't got that dressing room, you might as well give in anyway. And that's one thing that we have built here, is a team spirit that's matched the teams I've played in before, that's been successful. So long may that continue. Yeah,
it becomes a sort of us against the world scenario, doesn't it? Like you say, because you've got that tight-knit group, and it's like you take one of us, you're taking all of us. Rather than just being as sort of 15 individuals, it's one unit, isn't it?
And that's something that I'm quite tight with the players anyway. That's what I've always been like in my changing room. I think it's important you have, you're honest and upfront with them. I like to think that over the years, that's why they've come back and played for me. But again, it's one of them where sometimes you're even having to say, look lads, I have this player here. What do you think? Because some of them might not like the kid that's coming in. It's a no-go straight away, because the last thing you want to do is ruin the dynamic of the changing room and of the team. And it has to be a special character first and foremost to come into that changing room, and also have the quality or better it than what we've already got, and that's difficult, especially in there. And we've got a real driven squad, driven team, and they all want to win. And while you've got that, it's you're on the right track.
That's the season to date. What are your plans and hopes and aims and objectives for the remainder of the season?
They've changed as we've gone along. First and foremost was to get out of the bottom of the league. We had a really good start, we managed to do that, and then we had I think after the second or third win, I think Hayes turned around and said, playoffs here we come.
I think he said that to us as
well. Obviously he was struggling to get his 100th goal, wasn't he? And he'd not scored all season, and he got the goal at Drayton and then he just set him alight. But he's been phenomenal for me as captain. We've brought probably 6 or 7 leaders in that probably are more captain material.
Yeah.
But for me, he is brilliant as a captain, as a leader. He drives people on. He leads by example. He's got his goals, and I've never forgot what he said. Playoffs here we come, and we've just gone from strength to strength. And as we've gone, it's always important to add quality to your team as you go further.
Yeah.
Harsh on others, but keep improving. And the main aim now is to try and keep on the coattails of the top 5.
Yeah. I think this one probably answers itself. What are your plans for beyond the end of the season? And I guess that all counts on what we do this season. If we go up, you've got one set of plans. If we're in the playoff, you've got a different set of plans. If we're in the playoffs and we just don't quite squeak up, then we're nearly there. But if we fail by a distance, then I guess everything revolves around where we end up at the end of the season and how we get there, don't it, as to what happens next season.
Yeah, well, I've signed for this year and next year. So my commitment is at the football club for the next 18 months. So I've committed myself, and my management team's committed to that. So we want to try and get this football club promoted.
Yeah.
That's we've had little stepping stones, get out of the bottom 3, get ourselves in the top half, and then try and get on the coattails of the playoffs. We got there quickly, but the hardest thing now is to sustain that. If we can get in there and get in around it in year 1 and have a go for promotion this year, then brilliant. But then if not, then we'll have a right good crack at it next year. Providing everything's there and still set in place, and the club's still ambitious enough to get there, then I can't see any reason why, if it's not this year, then next year we'll be having a right good go at it. Obviously, we're 7 games behind everybody else, from the start of the season.
Yeah.
And that's no fault, to be honest, that's no fault of the previous regime or the previous regime before that. It's just sometimes it doesn't work. Every manager tries their hardest and work tirelessly hard to try and be successful. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. We're 7 games down. So, like I said, it will take a momentous effort to do it this year, but with the training we've got and belief, who knows? Yeah,
well, we're there giving it a shot, aren't we?
Yeah,
right now,
that's right.
We're going for it.
Yeah. While we're still on it, like I said, we're going to have to try and match the current form we're on. But again, when you're on good form, you never think you're going to come off it. So, got to get back on the all Saturday because, like I say, we're disappointed on Saturday with the result, but not performance. But it'll be a tough game in Newcastle Saturday, and looking forward to it.
Yeah. Well, we've had good gates for our, you've touched on attendances already. We've had good gates for our last 2 home games. It's 220 plus on Boxing Day against Stocky and 280 on Saturday. And, given the football that's being served up, we should be getting them numbers every week, in my opinion. We get good numbers going away, and thanks to John and Ian for organising all the away travel. But it would be great if we could sort of increase the home support, and get it up around the 200 and 200 plus game in, game out. Because that's what them lads in that dressing room deserve, don't they? They need that crowd behind them. They deserve that crowd behind them.
Yeah, they do. And, like I said, when we first came in, I looked at the tendencies when I first got the job, and I think the first couple of games of the season I had was 240, 250. I think there was a 260 in there as well. So, they are there, they are out there. But again, you've got to be winning football matches and playing hopefully attractive football or winning football to get them back through the gate and paying the money to come and support the team. Away from home, like you said, has been phenomenal. Really, really good support. A regular good following and a vocal following as well. So everybody in the change room appreciates that. What we have to do is now show the same commitment levels, try and keep winning football matches. That will going to attract obviously more and more people through the gate. If there's anything that we can do as a squad, as a team to help that, we're willing to do that.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can keep an attendance like it was on Saturday. I mean, the noise levels on Saturday were the best I've seen in the club in my 3 months I've been here. Like I said, Tyler's going down the wing and there was a big roar, and when they scored, when Hayes scored, that noise and the celebration is brilliant, and you want that every week, really.
Yeah, you do.
And a lot of these lads have been used to playing in front of decent gates, so hopefully we can keep adding to it.
Fans always say that they'll come out to watch attractive football and they'll come out to watch winning football. Well, we're giving them both, so come on, get away from Sky, get away from BT, get up here.
I know, and that's it. And I've been banging on about it for quite a while now on social media about the game at the top level. I mean, you're paying fortunes now to watch pass, and you can't tackle anymore. It's going to be a non-contact sport. So got the VAR coming in now. He's ruling the game completely.
Yeah, stop for 5 minutes every now and again as well.
And the teams, obviously supporters that follow these teams in the Premier League, they'll always go and watch them, of course they will. But I think you're going to start to see an ever increasing number in non-league because it's as honest as it comes. The pitches aren't great. He allows tackles and the physical side of it. It's up and at you. It's two teams want to go out and win, and then it's after the game, isn't it? You can rub shoulders in the bar. You can have good conversations about the game, and it's real football. And for £10 or £8 or whatever it is, and get a couple of pints and some food and for £20. You think it's good value. So hopefully that people want to come see a winning team. Do you want to see a winning team or a team that plays attractive football? I always want to see a winning team. And if we can add a bit of sparkle on that as well, then so be it.
No, I think just like to highlight what a difference it can make. An extra 15 through the gate every week here could be the difference between getting a really decent signing, or getting somebody that might just be able to do a job, but he's not going to be that superstar, but extra £150 a week can make all that difference, can't it?
Well, that's right, and by seeing the amount that was there I know Belgium probably bought 20-30 on Saturday, still got 250 following us, and that's probably 100 up from a couple of games before that, the Market Drayton game, the Spalding game. If we can do that regular, 100 paying, even if it's paying average on £5, it's £500. That could get two really good players. That might be the difference in getting playoffs or promoted. And the phone never stops ringing now. Obviously, we've gone from bottom to fifth, sixth in the league, in 3 months. And then people are starting to take notice now. Players that won't probably come at the start now starting to not play with their clubs. But again, it all boils down to finances and money, and we've only got so much in the budget. So if we can get more people through the gate, and I know it's hard, it's difficult this time of year.
Of course it is,
But if we can, and they can dig deep, then if we get another 4 or 5 weeks down the line and we're still involved in the playoff mix, then that extra funding will come in handy, hopefully. 15, 20 of us can bring a mate. That'll be massive.
And we put a show on for them and then think, I'll have some of this. It's just what we want, isn't it? It's just what we need. It's not what we want, it's what we need.
It is, absolutely. And we can't speak, highly enough of the people that have already come week in, week out, but if we can bring a mate, then even better, and get that attendance boosting.
Obviously, welcome to watch the lads performing out there every week, but I'm not sure people actually appreciate the amount of work that goes into getting the lads out there, so like all teams at our level, without the great work that goes on behind the scenes, there's no football, washing kit, prepping the pitch, collating the programmes, maintaining ground, there's no end of stuff that needs to happen before we even get to Saturday, before we kick a ball. Then on a match day, we've got somebody at turnstiles to let people in, we've got somebody covering bar, we've got somebody selling programmes, fundraising, feeding the officials, feeding the players, and that's before the ball's kicked. I don't think people get that. I think they think it just sort of there's some magic fairies come and it all happens and it all falls into place. Everybody rocks up at 2 o'clock on a Saturday and everything's fine, but we're fortunate that we haven't got a fantastic bunch of administrators and volunteers at the club, but we just need so many more because it just makes such a big difference.
Absolutely, and we're very lucky here, this football club, that we've got a really good facility. For the players to turn up and well looked after. Like you say, there's not much that we don't want for, but we do need some extra hands really to help out. I look at the likes of Penny and Neil, obviously they do all the pitch, the kit man, the people making sure the balls are there, the cones. Not only that, like you just mentioned, I think you've covered nearly every base. And sometimes the same people doing the same jobs. They've got all the things going on at home, families. So as much as they love the club and they love doing it, they do need a hand. And if people have got spare time on hand, then come down and offer the hand to here, because hopefully we're trying to improve the football club on the pitch. We're trying to do it off the pitch. You guys do a great job in promoting the football club with the media side of it and support you give us. So hopefully we have been speaking about trying to get more volunteers. We can't force people. We've got to try and make sure that this good form continues. It snowballs into people talking about us around the town and the surrounding areas. And it's important that we get it out there. That the more help we can get, you know, it's going to beneficial everybody, and you know, will help us stronger across the board.
Yeah, and I think, you know, when people hear the term volunteer, they think, oh my God, I've got to commit to X number of hours every week, I've got to come in all the time. Not the case, you know, if you can spare 2 hours once a week, every now and again, you know, we'll find something for people to do, won't we? Absolutely, for sure.
I've even got my mum coming, starting the game. You know, she's like, can I help out? I was like, of course you can. You know, even if it's like serving the players the food after the game, it then frees up somebody else who's doing both jobs. You know, and little things like that. You know, while she's coming to a game, you know, she can help out. And she wants to do that. She's been to away games, and I think I've been into her there. But little things like that, just even if it's once every other week. You know, if it's an hour or 2 hours, like you said, then you know everything will be appreciated. You know, everybody in that changing room and management staff appreciate it, because, like you said, without these volunteers and people that love the club, you know, we wouldn't be where we are for sure. We do some great work off the pitch, you know, with campaigns, the likes of that Chris has kind of organised to recognise inclusivity and diversity. You know, Chris has done campaigns about addressing homophobia and racism, amongst other things. And the club's been shortlisted for its campaign against homophobia last season, so well done to Chris and everybody involved with that. And hopefully everybody can see that Frickley is much more than what happens at 3 o'clock out there. You know, we are much, much more than that. Absolutely, and congratulations, by the way, on the homophobic, you know, nomination for the award there, because, you know, social media is such a great platform to showcase that. But that goes to show that we're not just a football club. You know, we do look to try and help other organisations that are out there that are going to benefit the whole community and the wider community. You know, the football community and further beyond that. You know, people are struggling daily. You know, to come to terms with whatever it is, they're struggling with mental health, homophobia, racism, whatever it is. There is bad out there. We're trying to make it good. But I see it when I'm here with what you guys do. And you know, it's a fantastic achievement that we've done on the social media side of it. But we're not just a football club. You know, we've got the foundation, obviously we've got the youth team, we've got the 21s, obviously we've got just trying to do all extras in the community. And try and make sure that all revolves as well, if we can, in and around the football club, because people are there to help, not just the football team, but anybody that comes through that gate. If there's any issues, we're here to help. Yeah, and I mean, you know, some of the events, we're putting events on that would have been unheard of 10 years ago, 5 years ago, you know, so fair play to Ryan for, you know, really stretching the club. And some don't come off, but some do, you know, and it's just amazing. I'm amazed, you know, I've been following Frickley since I was about 8, 9, you know, and I'm quite a bit older than that now. You know, for 40 odd years of that, we've never been so far-sighted as we are now to sort of look at the community involvement, and I just think it's amazing. I think you don't have to look at, you know, like you say, what you've done on the social media side, but you know, we're helping all these other organisations, but even down to like the murals that have been on the stand, you know, and little things like that bring people into the football club. Not just that, it's about what happens on the pitch. There's a lot of things that goes off the pitch where people aren't aware of, and people probably don't associate with Frecklington Athletic. And I probably didn't, you know, as an outsider coming in, you know, I didn't see that, but it really is a special group of people here, and that drives us on to try and be as successful as we can on the pitch. Yeah, you've touched on the mural there. We're desperate to get some funding to have "Welcome to Hell" on the back of the stand wall, just to ramp it up a bit more, you know. Yeah, definitely. We'll ramp it up, that is for sure. I just wanted, Gaffer, if you just got any final words for our amazing supporters? Just, you know, keep supporting us if you can, because that's been a real pleasing factor for me, is the amount of support we received. And yeah, of course, you know, when you're winning football matches, you know, everyone gives you a pat on the back. But it's not just about that. You know, when we came in, it's the reception that we got. We've seen that every week. Even the players, you know, in and around the ground, everybody's, you know, really complimentary, really welcoming. But for me, even though the home games are on the up, the away support's been phenomenal. You know, I've been at World Clubs and struggled to get that kind of support away from home, and been really surprised by that. And it was epitomised at the workshop, you know, all right, local derby. You know, we had really good numbers there, and that was one game I was really pleased to put a show off for supporters. You know, I know it means a lot with the rivalry, and you know, made sure the players were aware of that before the game. But to celebrate with them after that, I think it brought everyone a little bit closer together, and maybe that's why we got the attendance against
Yeah.
Bolton.
Yeah.
But if you can keep coming, it's really appreciated. And hopefully in the season we can give something to cheer about.
Cheers, Gaffer.